I think is going on there. Now, let's move into talking about the new episode and the upcoming season. Da, da, da. All right, let's break it down. So, first up, the retreat. What I thought about the retreat in the beginning, I think everyone was just trying to save their jobs. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. I think the cast, I think the crew, I think the producers, I think the executives, I think everybody was trying to save their jobs with that. Like, let's have this, Eaglewoman retreat and let's hash everything out and let's make excuses for everything and blah, 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 blah. I think everyone was just trying to save their jobs from the, cluster crap that happened last season, because last season was so dark and so evil with all of this stuff. I don't even want to talk about it. We all know it, with like the racism, the homophobia, the all of the like all of that stuff, the bots and Diana and going after children. Like, it was so sick and dark that I think the spiritual retreat is everybody trying to save their jobs. Number one. All right. I may have given Kyle some grace in the last segment, but that's where it began and that's where it ended. Kyle, to me, had literally zero ability to take any accountability for her role in the failed Kathy Hilton takedown. And I was like, shout out to Garcelle when she was like, I'm confused. She's like, you are saying we weren't there for you, but you weren't going against the people who were coming for your family. Like, and then Kyle's face completely changed because she got called out and she knew she got called out. Like, to me, I was like, Kyle, I'm so confused. How are you still trying to play the victim? Kathy did literally nothing to you. I get it. You have some childhood insecurity, some childhood rivalry with your sisters, but that's a you problem, not a them problem, not a us problem. And I think she needs to go to therapy with a really good therapist who's going to really hold her accountable, because a lot of Kyle's anxiety and projection onto her sisters are in her head. And I say that respectfully because as we watched, Kathy was like, I call you and you don't answer. It's hard to get a hold of you. And then you see in the confessional, Kyle's like, I get like chopped up because all you want to do, you just rant and vent. And in my mind, I was like, you mean she wants to talk to you about stuff? Like, I call my friend, I rant and I vent, I call my sister. Like, it's called conversation, Kyle. I think Kyle has never gotten over being maybe the sister who wasn't the most famous, who wasn't the one that was picked, with Kim, and then Kathy being so rich and wealthy and powerful, that she's projecting onto people what's not actually there. And the fact that she wasn't able to say, you know what, either intentionally or not intentionally, however she wanted to spin it, this is the role I played in what happened last season. This is the role I played in what happened. But to still blame everybody and take no accountability, I was like, Kyle, you're the same person. You're the same vile Kyle. This is why you'll never be a fan favorite. This is why you don't really have any friends, any real friends, at least that we see on the show, is because of this. It literally blew my mind. Okay. I was like, Kyle, miss me with all of this stuff. All right, let's get to Erica Jane. So Erica Jane is clearly on Ozempic or something. And also, miss me with the fake Lisa Rinna quitting email that we saw circulating. Now, all of a sudden, that the new season is approaching, there's this alleged email from Lisa Rinna quitting to somebody at NBC. Now, make this make sense. Why would Lisa Rinna or whoever wait until now to leak this alleged email? Shouldn't she have leaked that email last year or whenever it was, when everybody was dragging her when she finally got fired? Why would you sit on an email that proved you quit and wait to release it on the premiere date of a season that you're not even in? Makes no sense, which is why I think it's either fake or it's taken out of context. Maybe she sent it, maybe whatever, or it's just like fake. I don't believe it. I think at the end of the day, no matter how you chop it up, she got fired. And it is what it is. And honestly, who cares? She's not even here this season. Miss me with that. Okay. Now, Erica's fake tears and her horrible monologues I'm so sick of it. I'm so tired of it. Again, I don't need to see Erica crying these fake crocodile tears. On these days she wants to wear the cheap makeup that's like running down her face. I don't know who is writing her monologues, but she needs to fire them because they're not genuine. I'm sorry if I was vicious and I just didn't get a moment to breathe and this group and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, who wrote this? What amateur writer wrote this monologue for you? Because it's clearly fake. You clearly memorized it and it's clearly not real or genuine. And when she was talking to the therapist, and I was shook, like I got chills when she basically revealed that she's a narcissist. Not that we needed her to unveil that, but when she was talking to the therapist and she was like, well, how do you get empathy? Like, how do you do this? She's like, I'm supposed to feel for them. Like, how does this happen? How do I get that? Erica, newsflash, and I don't know why your therapist wasn't doing her job. I guess you pay her very well to say whatever you want her to say. But if you don't, if you lack empathy, you lack empathy. That's not something that you can get. It's something that you can mimic. You can mimic it. If you can become a narcissist and you can learn to mimic empathy. But the way she is, and the way she was, like, well, how do you empathize with someone? Like, if you don't have it, you don't have it. And to me, that is like the number one hallmark of a person who is narcissistic. They lack empathy. They don't understand the feelings of others or how other people feel. They only think from themselves and what they want and their own perspective. And the truth is, Erica Ben told us that. She looked everybody dead in their face and said, the only person I give a damn about is me. And she meant that. She meant that. That was the real Erica. And so I was shocked that the therapist could continue that with a straight face, because I was like, this is really scary. Like, this is watching a narcissist in their element being like, I don't understand how to feel for other people. Like, it was bizarre. It was weird. It was very chilling. And to me, everything about Erica is fake and phony. And I don't know what's going on with her. It actually makes me a little sick. She's getting some little like special for her residency in Las Vegas. Again, when evil is rewarded, I feel like an angel loses their wings, because it's like, why is she being rewarded for being evil? But again, it is what it is with that. Okay, let's talk about Dorit and Erica. Where I think Dorit is really pissed off with Erica is, about the whole BravoCon, when she goes up and she's like, PK and Dorit, they're going to be the next to break up. I think Dorit's really pissed because she was Erica's little loyal soldier. So I don't think that she's mad about what Erica said. I think that she's pissed that Erica said it. Do you see what I'm saying? I think Dorit's kind of like, I was your soldier. I was your little, pick me for the last however many seasons, lying for you and Tom Girardi, having your back, doing whatever, being on your side. And then now all of a sudden, because it's Mad Day, you want to turn around and throw me under the bus. I think Dorit was pissed at Erica because it was loyalty and betrayal. Not that what Erica said was wrong, but it's that her friend said it when Dorit, as we all know, used to hold Erica down so much. And I also think it was that payback, because remember, and I said this, I called this. Remember in Aspen when Erica was having her breakdown, and when the whole, like, I don't give a damn about anybody, F the victims, alleged victim, blah, 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 blah. And Dorit was trying to rein Erica in so she wouldn't say anything else. And then Erica got pissed and she looked at Dorit and she said, oh, well, what did she say? It was like, you're going to find out what it's like to be in my position, or you wouldn't want your secrets to come out. She said something that was a veiled threat. Basically, like, if you don't step off, I'm going to tell your secrets. Remember that? And then a couple months later, all the stuff came out about like the Barclays and PK and all this other stuff, their connection to Diana, all this stuff was coming out. And then Erica goes on BravoCon and says like they're the next to break up. I think it was Erica making good on her threat, because Erica didn't like it that for once Dorit said something to her, even though Dorit was still trying to help Erica, being like, girl, you need to pipe down. The cameras are up and you're getting this. Is it going to be a good look? Erica was too far gone. You see what I'm saying? I would say in this situation, this season, I'm starting to like Dorit more than anything, more than I've ever really liked her. I think she's more coming into her own. I like that she's no longer in Erica's shadow. We'll see how long that lasts or how long that doesn't last. We you know what I mean? Like, we shall see. All right, now let's talk about, okay, let's go to Sutton. So Sutton and her money conversation to me was boring, and it was for a storyline. The whole, like, I am woman, hear me roar, feminist power, like, yes, I get it. Sure. But personally, I love Sutton. I think she's really funny. I think she's interesting. I think she's a vibe. But I did feel that the whole, like, I'm going to make my own money, you know, spousal support. I want to show my husband I can do it. I don't know. That whole conversation she had with Jennifer Tilly, that whole storyline, I felt was very forced and very boring. Like, I didn't really see it. I don't know. Sutton, you could just stick with saying that you're buying horses in the Netherlands. To me, I got more of a kick out of that. You're a woman with a lot of money and you have too much money. You don't know what to do with it. You're buying horses in the Netherlands. You're sticking, you know, salted caramel in your ears. You know, you're doing your little boutique or whatever. I get a kick out of that. The whole money thing, I was just like, it seemed very forced. Was Crystal even in this episode? I only saw a smidge of Crystal and rhobh. I don't even know if Crystal really talked. All right, let's go to Garcelle and her sons. So Garcelle and her sons, I loved that scene when the boys were being honest about how they felt neglected, how she wasn't there. But to me, it was very clear that her son, I get them confused, Jade and Jax. I think it was Jade. I believe it was Jade, who was saying how, like, oh, now I'm 15 and I needed you 2 years ago. And now, you know, I don't need you to parent me. I need more freedom. And I know how to live my life now. I was like, you're a 15-year-old child. Boy, pipe down. To me, it was more of him protecting his feelings than anything. I think that a lot of times when people say, well, I don't need you anymore, or I don't need your love, I don't need your parenting, it's because they are so desperate for it, but they're so scared they're not going to get it. So it's like a defense mechanism. So he's saying, oh, I want more freedom. I think what he really means is, I really need my mother and I really miss you. And whatever the case was, to me, everything he was saying sounded very slick and mature for a 15 years old, but I saw through that crap real quick. I think that he is desperate for, and this is no shade to Garcelle's mother by any means. That's not what I mean at all. I think she's doing a fabulous job. I think she's doing the best she can. I think she's human and she's killing it. And I think this happens a lot with people in general. So this is no shade to Garcelle by any means. I think she's a fantastic mother. I'm just saying what I think the child actually meant was that I think underneath all of that bravado was a little boy really missing and wanting his mother. That's what I really think that was going on there. And I hope that she saw that. I hope that she, you know, in tune that. But I loved it. It was a nice little beat for her and all that stuff. And yeah, and I talked about Kyle going through it, and Mauricio doesn't really know what to do. Did I miss anything, you guys? Put it down in the chat. Are there any beats I missed or any questions? Put it down in the chat. And I'm going to say hi to everybody who is here in the chat box. What is up, everybody? It's been forever. So for the people who just came in, my channel is back. Yay. It's been a long time. And for my candy canes who still stuck with me when my channel was down, I appreciate you and I love you, but we are back. And I was fighting a lot behind the scenes. There was a lot that happened behind the scenes, and I was quietly fighting, and we're back. All right. Hey, Foxy. What is up, sweetheart? Hey, Tay the Savior says, welcome back, Candy. Thank you. Hey, Barbara says, yay, Candy's back. Fox is so happy we're all back. Me too. What is up? Hey, Foxy. Hey, Barbara. What's up, you guys? Foxy says, so shocking. Hey, Zara Real Talk says, hey, Candy, how are you, babe? I am good. We are back. Hey, Vaca, what is up? Barbara says, PK has always been a grifter and scammer. Exactly. And this is what I was saying earlier. I think that the reason why Dorit is leaving PK now, I'm going to be honest, I think Dorit knew that PK allegedly, again alleged, may be into, you know, a little sexually fluid, which is fine. We accept everybody here. It's cool. And all of that. And I don't think she had a problem with that. I think that now that she has the children, and now that it's come out about their money, and then also the alleged break-in, I think that's the breaking point. I think she no longer wants to be the Bonnie to his Clyde, right? Hey, Vaca. Hey, Darren. What is up, sweetheart? Yes. Foxy says they got no chemistry. To be honest, I agree. The chemistry is gone. It's over. Foxy says Sutton. Tay Tay the Stairs says, anytime Teddy spoke, I muted the volume. That's funny. I don't know why Teddy was there, to be honest with you. It was crazy. Hey, Shady says, hey, Candy, lovely to see you back. Thank you so much. Baka says, Dorit wasn't in on the robbery plot with PK. This is what I think. I think that Dorit knew that PK was going to do some type of scam because they are scammers and they're grifters, right? But I don't think she necessarily knew when and how it was going to go down. And I think she's pissed at him for the way he did it, putting her in danger and then also putting the children in danger, right? And I think that was one of the final blows. Hey, Darren says hi to everybody in the chat. Foxy says she seems more into him than he is into her. They did say that this was not true, though. Zara says everyone deserves to be happy, and it's pointless staying together if they aren't happy being married to each other. Very true. What is up? Darren says Teddy is such a net. Hi, Anna Grape. She says hi, chat. Hi, Anna Grape. What is up? Tay says the same with Drew and Ralph. Exactly. Hey, Candor, what's up? Says hi, Candy. I love it. Barbara says he's dragging Dorit down. Hey, everybody. Let's see what else. Foxy says, I must say, I don't know what you saw him in the first place at Barbara. I agree. Barbara says, the third robbery, and no, I don't really believe it. Why would you use why would she use a charge card? That's a really good question, because this is another thing that I think is really shady. That's a great point. Who uses cash anymore? Who would go and take out $10,000? I would just use my credit card. Put everything on the card and you pay the card off, or a debit card. But who takes out $10,000 to get gifts? You know what I'm saying? That is a very good point. Baka says, Erica is now not liked by anyone there. Tata says, Erica has no friends. Exactly. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm so over Erica. She is. All right. Deb says, I feel bad for Dorit because I wonder if she was planning on this. Very true. Thank you so much. One of Monica says, you look gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yay. Thank you so much. Foxy says, and she just left her purse to be stolen. Exactly. Doesn't make any type of sense. Doesn't make any type of sense. All right, that's what you guys are also saying. Deb says, Mauricio making a contrition about holding hands with a dance partner was pathetic. Yeah. I mean, I go back to what I say with all of this. I think that Mauricio got a rude awakening that Kyle no longer wanted to just do what they always had done. Do you know what I mean? So it is. Hey, Natoski, Candy was like, how's that therapist not terrified and or keeping a straight face, right? I was shook when Erica was like, because this was a thing. I think 95% of what Erica says is BS and very, scripted and just fake and phony. But that 5% of her realness to me was when she was like, wait, how do I get that? How do I do, you know what I mean? Like, how do I, all this, like, how do I feel for other people? And I was just like, this is really scary and super, super psycho. Super, 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 super psycho. Deb says, I miss Candy in the chat so much. I missed you guys too, but I was fighting. Barbara says, can you imagine asking your therapist, how do you feel compassion? I know, really scary. Deb says, and Tasha, who admits not knowing how to care about orphans and widows? She said it. Let's see what else. Yay, you guys. I know. Yep, seems sus. All right, I'm going to drop the link in case anybody wants to come up. There is no pressure, but the link is here in case you guys want to come up and say hello. And you know what would be fun? Let's talk about the taglines. Do you guys like them or not? Let's see.
I may act for a living, but I never fall for a bad performance.
Who needs a knight in shining armor when you have your own horse?
The best part about losing everything is getting it all back.
Fashion is my language, and I speak it fluently.
They say wisdom comes with age, but I'm proving otherwise.
I may put you to sleep for a living, but I always keep one eye open.
It's hard to outrun rumors, but luckily I'm in better shape than ever.
I mean, am I the